I built a fairy starter home when the pack first came out, but really it's more like I tried to build a fairy starter home and then I really quickly got carried away and went way over budget and then kind of just gave up on the challenge. So today we are redeeming ourselves. We are actually building a fairy starter home with Enchanted by Nature, and I'm on that really cool treehouse lot in Innisgreen. This has got to be one of the coolest lots in the entire game. We just don't have anything else like this. It's literally in a floating giant tree. And we've got a budget of 20,000 simoleons and kind of a long list of things that I want to include because my last fairy starter home was 3 stories tall, and I think that's where I went wrong. But unfortunately, I kind of want to do it again. I kind of want to try and make the 3-story thing work. I don't really know how it's gonna work, but it is gonna be a 2-bedroom, 3-story starter home that sticks under budget and hopefully doesn't look terrible. You know, saying all that out loud like that is kind of making me feel a little bit nervous, but I think we can do it. We'll just have to use a lot of debug and a lot of cheats. But you know what? Before I get too far into this, I want to tell you a little bit about the sponsor of today's video, which is actually very fitting for the theme of the build. I love the cast from the new fairy pack, and it kind of inspired me to do some shopping to find some stuff that's a little bit of a similar vibe in real life. And I've got a little ThredUp haul for you today because they have very kindly sponsored this video. ThredUp is an online thrift store, and you can find a lot of really unique, stylish stuff on there for very affordable prices. Shopping secondhand is a much more eco-friendly and wallet-friendly alternative to buying something brand new. I know I've definitely been guilty of buying like a new dress for a special event and then not really having an opportunity to ever wear that dress again. And now I've been trying to buy those kinds of things secondhand on ThredUp. My sister and I literally just bought dresses for my grandma's funeral on ThredUp. We all wanted to wear her favorite color, purple, and I just didn't really have anything, but we found the perfect dresses on there. But anyway, today is about fairies. So I decided to try and buy a little collection of outfits, all for under $100 total, and I wanted to show you what I got. So first, I actually got this shirt that I'm wearing for only $9.59. I love this green, and I also really like the poofy sleeves on it. And then I got this cute little blouse for $12.79. It's a really pretty light pink color, and the estimated retail was $38. And then I bought this shirt too, and this is my favorite thing from the haul. It was a little bit more of a splurge because it was $16.99, but the estimated retail is $57, so I feel pretty good about that. And then I thought I would wear all 3 of those tops with this new pair of jeans that I got, and you're not even gonna believe this price because I only paid $8.99 for a pair of Zara jeans that are usually like 50 bucks. Okay, and I kind of lied because this dress was actually the splurge because it was $34.99. But I think it's the real showstopper of the haul, and the estimated retail is $102. So you can't pass up a deal like that. And then I had a little bit of money left in my budget, so I got this skirt too for $7.99. New with tags. I can see it's supposed to cost $12.99. And I thought I would wear it with a white shirt that I already had. So in total, I got 6 really wonderful wearable things for $97.28, including tax. And it's so easy to shop on ThredUp. You could search for something like green floral dress or even like fairy core clothing. And because their search feature and all their filters are so good, you can find exactly what you're looking for. My friend just lost her favorite cardigan, left it on the plane, and was so sad about it. And I managed to find the exact one on ThredUp in her size so she could buy it again. And I think that is a really good testament to how good the search functionality on ThredUp is. So if you need to find something new for a special event, or if you just want to refresh your wardrobe, you can click my link down below and use code lilsimsie and get 50% off your first order and free shipping. Genuinely incredible deal. So thank you again to ThredUp for that, and also for sponsoring this video. And with that, let's go ahead and get back into The Sims. Okay, it's time to lock in. I think that for the layout, it's probably better for me to build it from the inside out instead of just like building a big box and trying to furnish it like last time. So let's think about this really seriously about where everything's gonna go. I think that maybe we could have a bathroom downstairs like this. It could probably be kind of small. It can just go straight in the front. We'll get a staircase and delete the underside so we can save some money. And then potentially we could have the kitchen just along this back wall and a really small dining table. And like that's the entire ground floor. Like super bare bones, bare minimum. Maybe I'll extend it a little bit so it's not so flat. Okay, and then up here, oh my God. I think it's still gonna work. I have to put a door there and just test it. I actually don't know if it will. Let's try move objects. Because if I could put the door underneath the stairs, that would be so cool. Wait, oh no, did she get stuck? Aw, man. No, we can just switch the stairs around. It's not really a big deal because that will work. That's not in the way of anything. So that's the first bedroom. And maybe I'll make it small so it can kind of have like these weird little bump outs. This is sort of what I did last time and I really liked that. Like basically just all these weird little parts to the build, kind of floating, kind of odd shapes. Okay, maybe this could become the primary bedroom then, like all the way upstairs. This is so weird. don't know how we're gonna pull this off. Okay, maybe the downstairs should probably be a little bit more open. Maybe the kitchen could be along this little part. We'll make it kind of small on purpose. There can be a living room right here. There could be like a little bump out for a desk. Don't know if we can fit a desk. I'm thinking that maybe it would be better if this part wasn't on the side, and actually maybe if we just extended the house in the back a little bit more. I don't know. Let me start furnishing it. Are there any cheaper stairs or like, I guess, similar price stairs that we feel comfortable using? I also know I want to use a lot of Enchanted by Nature windows, and they are unfortunately a little bit expensive. So that kind of complicates things for us, but that's fine. Oh my God, 165! No. Okay, we're gonna use some cheap cottage living doors on the inside of the house because 165 simoleons for an interior door is unhinged. Wow, I can't even believe the audacity to try and ask for that much money. Okay, this is the same price, so that's good. We can kind of have this like lightish brown color, I guess, because that's what matches the most. 135 simoleons for windows. This game is just breaking my heart. Oh wow, I wonder if I could extend this even more. This could be like a big balcony or something. We'll have to see about that. Let me also pay for basically any kind of base wallpaper. I'll change the color of this afterward. I just want to make sure we have something. Maybe I'll delete some of that. The smaller the house, the better. And probably not a balcony anymore either, because that feels too expensive. This staircase is only 96 simoleons with the underside deleted, so that's not really a problem. The railing is 270, which is more of a problem. Okay, the counters are a little bit on the pricier side. I don't really know if I want to use them or not. 275 for the sink. That is just revolting. How can they seriously ask me to pay all that? And let's try just a plain counter then, because that's 200. And then, well, I get actually it's cheaper. To use that is cheaper than to put a separate one. So maybe I will keep it. I won't do upper cabinets everywhere, but I'll put like 2 because I really like having them. This Enchanted by Nature sofa is 750 simoleons, which is not in the cards for us. This is not a limited pack build though, so we can use other things. I'm kind of excited by this one, and it's kind of colorful, which is also nice. That's from Paranormal Stuff. Okay, I don't like a single one of those swatches. Okay, this is only 120 for like a lovely little TV stand sort of table. I'm gonna try to have a TV. We'll see how that goes. Dining tables are just absurdly expensive, but that could be done too. We could get like a little flower on the table. Maybe it could be pink. I would really like to have maybe a rug. It's just hard with how tight that section of the room is. Like it's hard to imagine a world where you can actually fit one. I mean, no rug is probably for the best because it means we have no money to spend. First thought was like extra glass door back there, but maybe not. Can I do a big window? I mean, hey, listen, what if there was not a TV? We just put like the table over there. How much is that? 120? That's fine. Oh, we could do a house plant. 295. Oh my God. Sorry, it really is shocking, the price of everything in this game, huh? And I think the worst part is that I know that. Like, I have built quite a bit with this pack now, so I know how much stuff costs, but it's just when you put it in this context, because normally in a build, you're like, oh, 240, whatever. You don't even look. And then you do it with this, and you're like, oh my God, 240. Okay, this is only 150. I don't really like the scale of it, though. How about wall decor? Oh, here we have, like, some pictures of Brightchester. I don't love that it's got a black frame. That could be an option. There's also, like, this case of fishing supplies. Oh, or this. Nah, this is Enchanted by Nature. It's only 185. I think I'm gonna use that one. I am also gonna use this coat rack because there's nothing else that I can fit in the entryway, and I think we need it. And I will put a thermostat by the front door. Okay, absolute baseline, like bare minimum stuff inside of the bathroom. I'm gonna get the cheapest tub. I wonder if we could have kind of like a purple color. Realm of Magic might have a nice wallpaper that we could try. See, and that doesn't cost anything extra. So whatever this works with, we'll just do that. This is a cheap mirror, so we can use that too. Technically, a fairy does not actually need a toilet. So technically speaking, we don't even need to have that in here. But also, I think it would be really foolish to build a house that does not have a toilet. I think that is like a non-functional starter home, so I probably won't do that. Okay, this tile backsplash is costing me extra money. I wonder if I could still use it. Oh my God, 14! I won't be doing that. Okay, I'm gonna put these shingles along this wall because that's where it's like open to the downstairs. Oh, you need to have this. I think we also want to have some kind of window like over here, maybe even a smaller one, just like something. I'm not going to use an Enchanted by Nature desk, but I am going to put a desk and I'm going to scoot it as far into the wall as it'll go. It can just be white for all I care. I'm really going to try to have a computer. Right now I'm kind of feeling like if we cannot have a TV, which it just doesn't really seem like is going to be in the cards for us, if we can't have the TV, I would love to have a computer. And I would actually even argue that the computer is better than the TV. It's just really nice to have that for gameplay. I don't love the color of the rug. I'm tempted to see about trying to bring in some other colors in here. I wonder if that would be nice. That's definitely more blue than green though, but I mean, we could use that. Only reason I had the green is because I had put this in green, but this doesn't have to be in green. Actually, this even looks better when it's blue because this is not gold anymore. I still, you know, I don't even like this rug. Ooh, that looks pretty. This is 140 for this rug, but honestly, I think that's really beautiful. Oh, should I put a bookshelf? This is the cheapest one, it's only 10. If I could have this bookshelf somewhere, your Sims could read, which would be good. I wonder if I would do brick on the outside of the building. It looks so dumb. I understand that. I know. You just gotta trust me on this. You just gotta trust the process because it's gonna be fine. It just doesn't really seem fine right now. Oh, what about that rug? It's just like a second woven rug. It has some color to it. I wonder if I could fit this apothecary cabinet in the corner. Are you telling me that's the same shade of blue? That is not the same shade of blue. And it doesn't have a better option? I don't know about this game. It's really shocking. I mean, like, seriously, how does that even happen? Forget it. Let's go upstairs. We got bedrooms to decorate. We're gonna need a lot of ivy. The ivy is gonna carry the whole exterior. Let me first get a bed. The Enchanted by Nature bed is perfect, but it's also 1,500 simoleons. We could definitely do it for the toddler's room because the toddler stuff is so cheap. We can kind of use it no matter what. The cost isn't really prohibitive for us right now. Okay, that's actually kind of a cute color scheme in here. I don't think I want to use the Enchanted by Nature wallpaper inside of this room. I might do purple though, so it's kind of a mix of the blue and the purple. That leaves us with a very small amount of money to be able to redecorate upstairs, but that's okay. We can do very simple again here. Let's do a really cheap mirror. I don't think this really matches the color scheme, but I'll try it anyway. And maybe we scoot the bed up against the wall, even though it's not really good to do that. It's just having it against the wall is kind of limiting when you have more than one sim, but at least it's decorated nicely. So we can try that. And we have 1,500 simoleons left to do the whole outside and somehow make this come together. This has got to be the biggest trust the process build that I have ever made you watch, because without a roof, this just looks absolutely hideous. Okay, I can get rid of this window. That's good. Or we could probably get a cheaper little one. This one's even smaller. Let's try that. Put it like right there. Okay, I want to have some kind of little curved overhang thing like right up here. So that goes over the front door. And then maybe I copy this and I get a little pointy roof right there. Oh, okay. See, all the roofline stuff kind of goes together nicely. We do probably want to have a window in this part, which is now behind the dresser, and I don't like that, but maybe I can rethink that. And we could do another window up top in the pointy bit. Okay, see, so it's kind of tall and like topsy-turvy. Could probably really benefit from some windows. Honestly, just like random ones on the side is kind of what I'm thinking. I do like this mix of the blue and green roof. I think that one is kind of cool. Oh my. Okay, I changed the time of day and I don't like it. So that was kind of a mistake, I guess. Okay, this is kind of pricey, but I think we need this to go underneath those overhang things because it continues that wood color around. We'll get one little outdoor light, and then I think I'm also gonna pay for a fairy house. 500! That was more than I thought. A fairy house and a trash can. Oh man. Well, we have like way less money than I was hoping now. Let me go into debug. I would argue that the inside is actually not bad. I think the inside is okay. I wish that maybe we had a more proper living room with like a TV and stuff, but otherwise it's fine. And now we can use like debug ivy, which there is not any from Enchanted by Nature, but there is some from University. So my thought is that we'll kind of put this stuff around the building. We can put it in the back. And the wonderful thing about this is that it's all completely free. That is clipping a tiny bit inside of this room, which is really disappointing, but I'm just gonna let it happen anyway. Okay, let's try and put this back here and then just raise it up so it's kind of as high as it'll go. Maybe we do it again on this side. Oh, I don't really need that window anymore. That saves us money. Okay, I'm gonna look at cottage living debug next because the cottage living debug ivy ivy is a little bit smaller. So this stuff might be better for some of these smaller little wall sections. And there's also some nice pieces like this. So we can use that to kind of supplement the bottom layers, especially on walls like this that have no windows. Maybe one right there would be nice. It's only 30 bucks to pay for that cheap window, so we might as well. Oh, I'm lost. Oh my God. I tried to go in tab mode and I ended up like way down here at the tree trunk. I think I want to try one more of those university pieces. I like this one. I just want to have a little bit more on this blank space in the front because we don't have a lot of window up there. So if we can just add a little bit of that, I would love to have these flowers. But these flowers are also 70 simoleons, 75 simoleons even. That's worse. I think we could put them in a few places. Not everywhere, but like maybe just the front. Let me put some of these trees. If I put that one way off to the side, can I get this kind of in the front? I love the floral tree. I think that looks okay. Let me just put these two things really close to the front door so I don't lose them. I'll move this stuff around once we've put more of the landscaping down. Okay, so some of these are kind of like little filler flowers. I'm gonna start with those and I'm gonna put them like basically all around the lot because I think it looks really nice to have just some more texture in the grass. I think I'm gonna use a bunch of these. These kind of look like giant candies to me or something. I'm gonna put loads of those around the outside. Okay, so now I'm kind of starting like I normally do. Whoa, I grabbed a debug lot by accident. I'm kind of starting like normal where I'll put some like sections of low-lying bushes around to mark out where I want to put the other bits of landscaping because I kind of like to layer the landscaping. So I'll put some of those down. Might be nice to have a little bit more off to the side. Okay, then we can get some big bushes. These ones, they have all around the outside of the lot. They've got loads of them like in the environment. So I want to put a few of those so it all blends in. I don't usually want it to be like the exact same as what's in the environment, but I do like to try and make my landscaping sometimes, and this is an emphasis on sometimes, a little bit similar to what's around in the environment because then it just blends in better. Kind of like how I probably wouldn't put a palm tree in like Mount Komorebi, you know, that sort of thing. But in this case, I want to try and use some of these matching bushes. And if I'm gonna try and put a bunch of pink flowers, this stuff is not so bad. Okay, these are gonna get sized down like way more because the default size of them is absolutely massive and it's kind of scary. I'm kind of thinking size them down once, maybe even twice sometimes. Get some size variety like that. Am I done? I think I had the exact number of flowers that I needed. I just put that random pile of them in the front so I wouldn't have to keep going back and getting them. Granted, they are just right here, so it's not really hard to get them, but I accidentally had the exact right number. It's fun when that kind of thing happens. Okay, I'm gonna put the mailbox like off to the side over here. And maybe the fairy house can just be right in the front, but tucked underneath the tree. We can hide the trash can in the way back so it's out of the way and nobody has to look at it. Maybe we could do a pond because terrain tools are free. I'm trying to remember if I had a pond in the original fairy starter home that I built, and I'm not sure. I've been putting ponds in a lot of my Enchanted by Nature builds, but it just fits the vibes of the area so well. It's kind of like a little bean-shaped pond. We can make it kind of mossy. Oh, you know what? I actually don't like that because it ruins this. Maybe instead of a pond, how much are these? Oh, 10. Okay. Yeah, maybe instead of a pond, we could get some planter boxes. I might try and alt place them so they can be on like a custom angle. But this could be kind of cool because you need to have a garden for most of the stuff from Enchanted by Nature. It's 30 simoleons I just spent to do that, but I don't even think that's too much. I feel like the outside is actually kind of fine. Like the back looks okay. I might delete this and put this one somewhere else. God, I would love to have just like 2 or 3 more of these little flowers. I would do anything to have a couple more of them. I wonder what we could rearrange upstairs. Like this is a cheaper dresser. Same color pretty much. Costs a little bit less money. That gives me enough to have like 1 more set of the flowers and 3 simoleons left at the end, which is so bad. I really like this stair railing, but I wonder if I could swap it out for something a little bit cheaper. Like look, this is the horse ranch one. It's 48 simoleons instead of 270. So by doing that, I save so much money. Like an unbelievable amount of money gets saved, which I kind of feel like maybe I should be doing. Okay, maybe we could get like a little chair in the corner. I don't know, most of the chairs are kind of expensive. Oh, this one, actually the one from the fairies pack is only 165. So they could have a chair in their bedroom. Our little kids' room's okay. Maybe they could have a piggy bank. Oh, you know what we don't have anywhere is the apothecary table. You know, I'm kind of wondering if I should rearrange the living room because it could be done and it might even look better. And I mean, all they have is the couch still. It's nothing too fancy, but perhaps that's a nicer little layout. Let me just triple check that she can get in here. Oh yeah, she's fine. I do need a toddler potty because we have a toddler. Some of these are ridiculous. 200 bucks for that one. Yeah, I'll just be using the plain one. Thank you. How about this little forest decal? It's only 5 simoleons and it kind of matches. Are there any really cheap gnomes? Yeah, I mean, this one's only 15, but I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. All the good ones are 200, but I think that's really stupid to spend 200 simoleons on a gnome. I mean, maybe like in a regular build, but in a build like this, where we have such a limited budget, and also, honestly, where we've done so well with such a limited budget, I don't really want to throw it away for a gnome. Okay, that's not so bad. Little pathway right there. I'm getting all of my dirt placed underneath the plants. Some dirt underneath this thing would be good. I'm wondering if I should put this one back in the front. I mean, maybe we could just put 2 more of these things on the sides so it goes all the way around. Or wait, would you even be better up here? Oh yeah, let's spread the pink in the front. It makes the front cuter. If anything should be cuter, it should be the front. Okay, I made the pathway a little bit wider too, which I think looks a bit better. And then we have 82 more simoleons, which I'm trying to decide what to do with. There's not really a lot of like functional gameplay stuff that you can do with 82 simoleons. Oh, a yarn basket. Oh, I hadn't even really considered that. That's kind of fun. And that's a whole extra gameplay item. Plus it looks kind of cute. Oh, we could put... I have enough money for a soccer ball. No, I won't do that. I actually think this is fine. I am like extremely impressed with this as a whole. I think this looks way better than the first attempt that I made. It's also just a different house, right? But let me show you what I'm talking about. I scrolled past it. Where did you go? Oh, this one's just bigger, I guess, is part of it. Same lot. It also has 2 bathrooms instead, and it's like way darker inside, but it kind of has a similar like topsy-turviness to it. I guess it's just a similar style, and it's also tall and skinny. The build itself doesn't look much similar once you actually look at it, but I feel better about this one because it is cheaper, and also because I feel like it's more furnished. The other one had some more empty space because I got a little bit carried away with the exterior. The other one also was only Enchanted by Nature, and this one uses multiple packs. So let's put it on the gallery and we'll see how many packs it uses. Let's just upload it. Oh, I'm kind of scared. More than 1 page? How did that even happen? Oh my God. How do I do this? Okay, it's a budget build in The Sims. It is not a budget build in real life. This costs about $1 million to buy all these packs in real life. Mostly it's just like one item though. Look, 1 of these plants, 1 rug from Laundry Day, 1 couch from Paranormal. Like it just, even just the 1 wallpaper from Home Chef Puzzle, it just adds up so quick. Well, I'm sorry about that. Apparently I built this in 2016. The dates on the gallery are all messed up. I don't really understand how. That's not really new, it's been doing that, but that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna stop complaining. I'm proud of the build that we have accomplished. I love the budget fairy vibes. And also huge thank you again to our friends over at ThredUp for sponsoring today's video. I'm wearing one of the other shirts that I bought right now. I changed to film the like ad segment because I wanted to show you more of them. But I really, really love shopping on ThredUp, and you can click my link down below and use code lilsimsie at checkout to get 50% off your first order plus free shipping. But with that, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye. You know what's so bad? I used all this ivy and stuff on the exterior of this house, and not a single bit of it was from Enchanted by Nature. It's University, Cottage Living, and Get Together instead. Isn't that so sad? I had such high hopes for it, and they did not deliver with this pack.